Crawford was right. I took her serum too soon. Hello, who is it?
It's just your favorite neighborhood toy Shiz bringing you a brand new review on the Marvel Legends 6-armed Spider-Man. He's part of the brand new Spider-Man Kingpin Build-A-Figure wave, and he's looking pretty fantastic, I gotta say, in the packaging. All jokes aside, we know how this is gonna go. People were saying this and that about the figure. However, I found him today, but you know what? This was the one that I was really, honestly looking forward to because I grew up with the 90s Spider-Man shows.
He's turned into a freak! Can't sing, can't dance, time to get out of the spotlight.
And when this happened on the cartoon, I lost my freaking mind. So I'm so happy, regardless of if it's missing this or that, this is the figure that I have been wanting, regardless of what it does or does not do. So we're going to open them up. We're going to see exactly how this figure stacks up, of exactly what the 6-armed Spider-Man is all about. Looking at the packaging, you're not going to get a lot in this figure, really just getting Spider-Man himself, and I think it has to do a lot with the articulation. Marvel's Kingpin at the top. Nice artwork on the side, I gotta say. I like, the human hands and all that stuff sticking out. Here's all the characters, all 7 of them that make up the Kingpin wave. Which one are you looking forward to getting to the most? You got Spider-Man right here, and if you want to freeze frame it, here's the bio, which actually does coincide kind of with the 90s series as well as the comic book, so I really like that they did that. But regardless, let's open them up. Here's a 6-armed Spider-Man. And really quick, one thing that's actually cool is that they're doing the same type of packaging that they did for the PS4 Spidey. The plastic has a dual cover, so if you want, you can just keep the covering, you can slide them in and out. I like that a lot. And here is the 6-armed Spider-Man all out of the packaging. And I had some time to fiddle with this figure, and he's pretty fun, pretty cool. And if you're gonna have him on your shelf, I think you're gonna dig him a lot. We all know, yes, he is missing the ab crunch, but he's got the standard Spider-Man articulation. Just, you know what, in all honesty, it's a nicely painted figure, and I absolutely love the reds and the blues on this figure. It stands out perfectly. Now, I have my qualms and all that kind of stuff with this figure. I'll get into it in just a second. But as you can see, you can do a lot with this figure, and it's a lot of fun because it has 6 arms to pose him. And like I said, if you're a fan of the 90s cartoon, you can recreate the Neogenic Nightmare all over again. It's painted nicely. It looks nice. It's a great looking figure. My qualms? There's no painted black webbing. That's the thing to me. It's just sculpted. At least we have the sculpt to it. But, you know what, it's that, and then also the joints. I really wish that they would fix these joints. Paint them. If you're not going to do any accessories or anything, paint the joints. That would be really, really handy. But all these arms have the same articulation. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, hand rotation, wrist rotation, all that good stuff. You're getting a lot of articulation in this figure. You are just not getting the ab crunch. And that's going to be on you if you want it or not. But if you want a really cool, really bright colored red and blue Spidey with the standard articulation, legs, and you got the thigh swivel, you got double jointed knees, you got the ankle pivot, all that kind of stuff, and you even got a boot cut rotation. That's pretty cool. But that's what it is. It's, for me at least, I wish they would have painted the web lines. I can overlook the ab crunch rotation. I really can't. It's not that big a deal to me. But for those that do like to pose and do all that kind of stuff, I totally hear you guys. That's so cool. But don't talk about it like this is a bad figure by any means. Look at all the articulation you can do with this thing. Here's another qualm that I wish you came with webbing. How do you make a Spider-Man figure without a webbing? That's like a no-brainer. He should have had all kinds of webbing accessories and stuff. Now, you should be glad he doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece. So he's a completely optional figure. But in that sense, you are just paying $20 for a figure. Wish he had extra hands. I wish that he had webbing. Maybe a Peter Parker head that was in pain, something like that. That would have been really, really cool. But come on, just to say that you don't like a figure because it doesn't have a certain type of articulation and such, I mean, you are getting added articulation. They're just taking away certain ones. But if you really want to nitpick it, hey, I'm totally with you. I understand your qualms and all that kind of good stuff. But for me, painted webbing, extra hands, webbing articulation, extra hand in that sense, in lieu of the Build-A-Figure piece, that would have been more preferable. That being said, all that stuff, hey, this is still a really rockin' figure. This is a really interesting Spider-Man to have, especially for people that are really interested in the Spider-Verse. This is a really cool Spider-Man to have on your shelf. So that is my review of the brand new Marvel Legends Kingpin Build-A-Figure Wave, the 6-arm Spider-Man. All the qualms and all the problems aside, this still displays nice, it looks nice, and dang it all, it's right out of the John Semper Jr. 90s Spider-Man cartoon. I really can't ask for something more. Yes, it would have been great if he had the ab articulation. Yes, it would have been amazing if they would have put the black webbings on it. But you know what? You're still getting a nice figure. Now, I really think they should have put some accessories in. So I'm going to dock him for that. I'm going to say, you know what? That's you should have done something. Extra head, hands. I really wish, you know, the humanized hands would have had thwipping and stuff like that. I still love that part in the Spider-Man cartoon.
Wrong arm. It used to be a simple choice of right or left.
That was always fun. That was always awesome. And as you can see, he stands really well. There's no problems there with that. It's a nicely painted figure. I do have some issues with some gappage when you want to turn his head and stuff. His head should go up a little bit more. That would have been preferable, but it only goes so high. So honestly, not trying to complain about this figure. I do like it, and I do recommend him to Spider-Man fans. And I totally hear the people that say, hey, you know what, this figure is going to go off, you know, for the $20 price point, yada, yada. Yeah, it probably will. So maybe just wait if you wanted to do that. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, if you liked the review, hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can see when I post more videos just like this one. Hit me up on Instagram at ToyShiz, or send me an email anytime. Let's talk toys, toyshiz@gmail.com. And as always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food, but most importantly, find some fantastic action figures like these new Spider-Man Marvel Legends figures. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.
Can't let it end like this.